No sound. I bet you that works better. Yeah, welcome back. I was talking to somebody off camera, and yes, welcome in. It is. Let's get this started again. Welcome in, everybody. Old Man King, good to see you. The Moose, hope your mail will arrive there very shortly. Rhonda Brown, great to see you, and Shawnee Grows, what a wonderful moderator, fantastic friend, and wonderful YouTuber. Yeah, and thank you for being here. Hey, downstairs, I've got a guest. He's from the mainland. Yes, he's a mainlander. Let's just not hold him to that. But welcome in, my good friend Sean from Down Under.
G'day.
How are you, mate?
How are you, mate? How you going, folks? Welcome aboard. Nice to have you all here.
Yes, it's
Jonesy, I
it is.
think your internet is staccato.
I do have problems. Oh, I do have problems. How's it looking now?
That's still a gorgeous view.
Yeah, that's from the backyard. Actually, you know why I didn't put it inside the house, looking out the windows? The windows are all frosted over. It's all like, yeah, it's a terrible view out the glass at the moment. I've got to get out there with a hose or something. But let me go to this shot. Yeah. So how are we
There you
looking?
go.
How are we looking? Let me go to YouTube. Let me have a look at Miss. Well,
Mate,
yeah.
for some reason, go live and you and I have a shocking conversation.
All right. Well, my Wi-Fi meter isn't on, so it means it's good.
I'm
Usually
here.
I get an alarm. So you're hearing me fine? How we sounding out there, Shawnee? Shawnee's the one.
You're coming in very staccato.
So I'm breaking up.
So I don't know whether it's me or it's you.
Or I sound tinny. Oh, turn that down a bit. Turn that down a bit. Yeah, how we sounding, Shawnee?
Just have a look. No, it's not me. Got the
No?
numbers.
Yep. I'm just going to click that off there. Click that on. No, sounding, it's should be working well. All good. Here we go. All good here. Thanks to Moose.
Yeah,
And
I'm here, but when you come across to me, you come in very staccato, so it might be me.
okay. Oh, so it's the mainlanders. They just can't handle the
I might.
Tasmanian. Yeah. Want to drop out and drop back?
We just can't
Just
be live. That's the problem.
yeah. Well, the reason for being live is that Sean over here at Down Under Cruises, he is a good friend. He's got a wonderful channel, and would you like to say, just tell everybody out there what your channel is all about, Sean? Now, did you get that? No, you didn't get that, Sean. Yeah, I don't. I think we are having communication
I can't hear
difficulty.
you, mate. Seriously.
All right, let
And
me
it's
have a
every
look.
time we go live, you and I have a problem.
All right, I'll tell you. Can you hear me now? Hang on. Let me do this.
I don't hear you much, mate. I don't hear you much, but based on what we were talking about a little earlier on, Jonesy did give me a whack in the face, and I'm holding it against him for the rest of his live stream today. Um, but all jokes aside, thank you, mate, for having me up. I'll tell you what, I'll just go into the background and I'll be listening in the background. Every time I go with you on the live stream, it ends up being very staccato. So I'll just drop down and chat in the chat. But for those that are interested, help me. Down Under Cruises is Aussie-based channel. What we do is we give people the opportunity to come and cruise down under, and we tell them about cruising. We have a group cruise happening in December of 26, doing New Year's Eve round Australia. So we want as many people to come on board and join us. But also, what I do is I run a channel, a charity called Helping Hands for Cruising. Right now in the US, we have a 501c3. So we're trying to get as many people to join us on this particular quest. What we do is we give people who've never had the opportunity to cruise before in their life in any way whatsoever, whether it be due to financial hardship or the University of Hard Knocks or things like being disabled, or they are the carer of somebody disabled, and all they've done is devoted their life to being the carer. Then what we do is we put them onto a cruise, and we give them that opportunity to have a vacation of a lifetime. So there we go, folks. That's us, and that's basically what our channel, what both our channels do. So, any questions? Fire away. Yep. So it's not only people from Australia that we're giving the opportunity to, but in the US, HH4C gives us the opportunity in the US to put people on board cruise ships. So we've currently got 4 recipients that we've had already on board a cruise ship. And we've got a cruise coming up out of Miami in November. We'll have another 2 recipients on board that cruise ship, going around giving them the vacation of a lifetime as well. So we're a growing charity, we're a growing organization, and so we're giving people an opportunity to join us. Any other questions out there? Happy to answer. Sorry, Jonesy, I just can't hear you at all.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me too, Sean. Okay, let's get back into it. Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Sean's channel is fabulous. If you haven't connected with Sean, great channel. He helps people who are disadvantaged and never had.
Thank you for that, Shawnee. Really appreciate that.
And yeah, Helping Hands for Cruising is the charity channel as well, and there's a website there. But check it out. He is a fabulous person. He's pretty good at his martial arts as well. That's why he's got the right hook. And he's, yeah, I think we're having
Jonesy,
trouble.
if I can, just from the Australian side of things, we're busy going through a company name change. Once that's done, we're then going to apply to the ACNC to get ourselves approved. So we will be a charity down under as well.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you, Shawnee. Appreciate that.
And good on you, Demus.
All right, good on you. Thank you, Demus. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, if you can't hear me, Sean, they're all good people.
We need as many numbers as we can get. We basically want the channel to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, for sure. We've and why we're having trouble, I do not know. We're having trouble with the audio going from me to Sean. So let me just check this. Okay. Yes, you are muted. And yeah, it's wonderful to be here. Thanks,
G'day, old man.
yes, old man King. Um, how we going? Can you hear me now, mate? What's the latest? Any you can you hear me? Oh,
I hear you. Like I'm,
okay.
I'm, I'm trying to actually bring you up on a on Facebook.
What to chat or to? It is. It is. We've had an interesting. If you go through my lives library on Radio Jonesy on tour, you'll find me and Sean did lives all the time, and there's a lot of yeah. Thanks to Moose. Yeah, it's definitely. I think it is on Sean's mainland system because he's a mainlander. Yeah, he should become an islander.
That's right. Blame us for it.
That's it. Hey, what about the election last night down here? Did you hear anything about that? Anyway, I'll talk about that once we fix out the audio problems. Everything sounds good. All right, Shawnee. Where's Sean? You want to drop out and drop back in, Sean? Yeah, thanks, Shawnee, for doing everything you do. Let me go back to. So by the way, this is well.
Mhm.
By the way, this
Hang on a sec.
is yes. Hold a second. This is the backyard cam.
That's a
Yeah, that's that's the
that's
backyard cam,
gorgeous.
and it is the sun coming up over the east. Um, the beach is down there on the left. You can sort of see the waves coming in down there. If you look down towards the left hand side of the port, we had some monster waves yesterday, which was awesome. There you go, Sean. Can you see that? Good on you, Demus. I should be typing in the chat. I could do that.
That's beautiful. Hang on now, Jonesy. If you want to drop out and yeah, I'll drop out and then I'll try and come back in.
Okay, thanks, mate. All right, so we let's go back to the normal broadcasting until we try to get Sean back. We had a good chat actually before we started broadcasting, and as soon as I went live, he said he had trouble hearing me. But you know, I'm back on Streamyard. Last week I've done two lives on EV Max, and I think one of Sean. Let's try this round 3.
That's better.
Hello, hello.
I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Thanks. We've sorted that out. Good old switch it off, switch it on routine. We seems to work all the time.
Yeah, it just seems to me that every time the gods up in the middle of the sky they look at us and they go Tassie, mainland, and you want to talk to each other? Yeah, nah.
Yeah, I hear you, mate. Yeah, and just getting back to what Sean does, he does it really well.
Thank you.
Um, his channel is great. He's passionate about cruising, and anyone in the chat been on a cruise, and if you have, please say where and when and what ship you're on. That would be interesting to know. And if you've never been on the high seas, put that in there as well, because that's interesting to know. But it is. Where are we? I will
Now,
never
why is
cruise.
that, Shawnee?
Oh, she doesn't like crowds. Maybe she likes to avoid people. Maybe. Hey, look, we got some celebrities in the house. Hey, back to
G'day.
good.
Back to good.
Yeah, good to see you, Rachel or Sean. I seen your video this morning too of the truck hitting the tree and the gravel looking like cement. Very nicely, good job shoveling. I can tell you that. But yeah, it is good what you do, Sean. That's what I just want to get people out there to know what you do. So if you want to give that just a quick couple of minutes spiel again, we'll run with that one just one more time on exactly what your
Sure.
channel is about, or both channels.
So, Down Under Cruises is we're trying to get the Yankees to come over to Oz and do some cruising around Australia. We have an absolute ball. It's gorgeous. I can't find any better way to have a vacation than on a cruise ship. And the reason is this: you get on board the cruise ship, your accommodation is taken care of, your travel is taken care of, uh, your food is taken care of, um, but your entertainment. Basically, you go to bed, you wake up in a different place, and it is absolutely awesome. Shawnee, I'll talk a little bit more about your motion sickness a little later on. Don't worry about that; it's not a big deal. But um, more importantly, what we do is because we are so enamored with the cruising life. We have set up a charity that what we do is if we have anybody out there who's for one reason or another never been able to have the opportunity to cruise, for example, they're a vet and they've had the University of Hard Knocks hit them. For example, they're disabled or they're the carer of somebody disabled. We give them some time on a cruise ship to give them a vacation of a lifetime, and it is unbelievable. Okay, you don't care for water or beaches or people or tiny rooms or swimming and your motion. So if you no, I'm not going to go there. That's just me having a naughty joke in my mind. But um,
Better
at
look
the end
out.
of the day, if you have the right sort of advice and assistance, I'm pretty sure, Shawnee, you would have you'd have an awesome opportunity on board a cruise ship. I tell you now. Having said that, Helping Hands for Cruising right now is in the US. We have a 501c3 in place. Um, we are currently working towards getting the Australian HCNC approval. We just got a couple of things to remedy, and then we will get it done. So that's us. Come on down, join us. Um,
Look
yeah,
at
but
that.
Shawnee, I want you to cruise.
Look at that.
I
The
want you to
moose.
experience it.
You see that?
Um, yeah, Demus, nice. The Royal Caribbean's Majesty of the Seas. It's a great ship. It was a great ship. There's some other exciting things you've really got to do if you're going to jump on cruises. You really got to do stuff around Australia, like Melbourne, like Australia to New Zealand and back. Some of the most gorgeous things there. You get to Hobbit Town and all of that. You've really got to do the Caribbean and you've got to do the Mediterranean and you've got to do all those places. Just jump on, enjoy. It really works out to be a cheap travel vacation, really,
Don't forget cruising to Burnie, Tasmania. Look at that.
mate. I'll let you into a little secret. Um, I'm not going to do it on that red one, the Spirited Taz. I'll do it on a nicer ship. So we've got first of all we've got our cruise, and I know you're coming with us on the Great Barrier Reef cruise.
Oh yeah,
But
can't wait.
there is another cruise coming up in March of 27, and we're doing South Australia. So we're going, and it's going out of Melbourne.
Yep.
So you and Mrs. Jonesy might want to join us on that one as well.
So that's the one that goes to the little island there, and
It
goes
goes
up
out. It goes out from Melbourne, goes to Adelaide, Kangaroo Island, and around, and then back into Melbourne. 6-day cruise.
6 days.
Mm.
All right. A lot of them too detour this way as well.
I tell you what a pity. You need to do. You need to do. It's an experience. You need to do.
Yeah, let me get
Thank you,
back.
Shawnee. You're putting out our links, and I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that.
You got to connect with Shawnee Groves. She's got a great gardening channel,
Yeah.
and she's a wealth of knowledge and a fabulous moderator. I would not have anybody else moderating but the wonderful Shawnee.
Oh, that's awesome.
But me and her were in a race to 3,000 watch hours,
Yeah.
and
Who's
she's about.
winning?
Yeah, she is. She's more popular than poor old Radio Jonesy. Look at this. I got
Now,
to
come on,
use.
Jonesy. Let me just put this out to you. It's
I got
not
to
hard
use.
to be more popular.
No, it's not really. I've got to use cheap gimmicks and everything to catch the lovely young. I call her the boomerang girl because I did a lot. I did a where were we? We were on a live somewhere, and I was inside the house, and I got this like boomerang. It's about 4 foot, or maybe even 5 foot wide, and it's so sort of thick. This sort of big, and it's got artwork on it, and it's got a clock in it, and it's inside. And I just said, it just sounded funny at the time. I said, "Do you want to see me boomerang, Shawnee?" And she said, "Sure, I'd love to see you boomerang." So I showed her the boomerang, and that sort of stuck now. So she's now the boomerang girl.
Now, you have one small problem with that boomerang.
It don't come back if I throw it.
Correct.
I knew you were going there, but hey, Debbie, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, and be careful canning the beans.
Yep.
Yeah, pressure canning, is it? I'm assuming. I've seen some videos.
Yeah, she says she's winning. All right, Devil Dog, welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here.
Hey, good to see you, mate. Yeah, and to tell you what, Back to Good too. That is another channel. Like they've moved from Arizona. Like they got out of the rat race, bought a trailer, like a caravan trailer, and
Yep.
bought some acres and lived on the land and doing their thing. And then for whatever reason decided, let's go to Arkansas, where it's instead of being dry in a desert, they can be in mud puddles and trees 100 foot tall compared to where they were living. And her channels were how they just now arrived at their land, and they're getting it all set up for their forever home, which is fabulous to watch. There's a lot of people doing that, and they do it really well. So Back to Good is a fabulous channel. Love watching them guys. Hope Sean's surgery goes well in the coming days, and hope all the house moves in. Oh, look out.
It just went.
I've been attacked by a wallaby up the back. Look at that. That's the view. Let me sort that out. But who's that? Welcome back. This is Radio Jonesy, and yeah, I have to go up. I'll go up and sort that in a sec.
Take your time, mate. I tell you what. Why don't we see if we can get Shawnee to come join us up here? Confuse people with the names.
Yeah, Shawnee. You interested in popping on for a little bit, Shawnee, to have a chat? Or you got 5 o'clock or 5:30 in the evening? Is it too? She's got 3 little kiddos. They could be running amok. I've
Kitty's
seen.
always run amok.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't want Devil Dog up here. Devil Dog's dangerous.
Devil Dog goes live at 10. So this is the old school where years ago when we started all this sort of chaos when Radio Jonesy on tour was trying to get monetized. I went live first, Devil Dog went second, and Belt Loop went third on their Saturday night or evening, and so Devil Dog goes live at 10 o'clock our time.
I just want to say I'm just flicking through the chat there, and I'm noticing Shawnee's put up all our links and so forth, and events and all of that. And I just want to say I'm really grateful. Thank you very much. You're giving us a good old um, a good old
Yeah,
kick in the pants there, and it's great. We need that. We
I
really
told
appreciate it.
you need moderators like Shawnee. Let me tell you, absolutely golden. You got
Yep.
to. She costs you money, but you got to send her chocolates and gifts and stuff.
Oh, that's easy.
Yes. No, not pressure canning. Old school, hot packing hat. Okay.
By
Enjoy.
the way, have you taught Shawnee how to do a
Tim Tam Slam.
Tim Tam Slam?
I knew you were going to say that. Um, did I teach Shawnee? Not too sure. Don't think so.
Well, maybe we've got to get her into a Tim Tam Slam.
Maybe I got to buy some when they're not $5 a packet these days. Have you been to
Yeah.
Have you been to Woolworths lately? Oh no.
No, we don't go to Woolworths. We go to Coles, or mostly we do our shopping out of mostly out of Costco.
We haven't got that here. We haven't even got an Aldi.
Haven't
All
you?
in no, Tasmania only has Woolworths, Coles, and IGA, and then you've got the farmers. There's a lot of shed farmers, and like to buy your vegetables, you're mad buying them from the supermarket. You might as well go to the farmers' gates and the farmers.
It's freaking incredible.
But
I was in Coles about a week ago. No, IGA a week ago, and they had bloody tomatoes at $14 a kilo. Seriously?
oh, what about bell peppers? Like
Oh,
honestly, if you want to use a like I've got about 50 seedlings trying to survive the cold. Don't ask me why they come up. I planted them last year; they didn't come up, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of winter, they've all decided to germinate and surviving. Well, I suppose only the tough will survive. Yeah, you're all right, Shawnee. Thanks for doing what you do. I appreciate
no,
it.
I appreciate that, Shawnee. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, she's got a house full of people where she does her online, and when she goes live, it's good for us because she goes live like late their time, so it's probably another 4 hours from now or something.
Oh, that's cool. I'll certainly jump in and have a look.
Yeah, I definitely do. She's chasing watch hours too, so yeah, the race was on for 3,000. I'm pretty sure she's going to be there, maybe if not this weekend, Monday or Tuesday,
Yeah,
because she's got a very solid following and everyone's sort of watching some replays.
cool.
And
See how we go.
oh yeah, he did it live for me, and yes, I think Sean was there. Yes, of course. Sounds like me talking into my. Have you ever used voice to text? Definitely doesn't work very well with
No,
my
it
accent.
doesn't. It's a real pain in the voice to text.
Yeah, you
There
give
we
it to him, Des. Give it to him.
yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
voice. Yeah, see, Eddie hasn't said hi, but let me try
I'm
this one.
busy
Look at
doing
this.
something for Shawnee right now.
Okay, let me get back. Oh, look at this. I got a new poster at the back there. See that?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Let's see.
Akadaka.
Yeah, Highway to Hell tour,
Mm.
1979. I think that was in California. That's a band tour poster.
Are they doing the
Yeah, they're coming to Melbourne.
comebacks?
They're playing in Melbourne. It's sold out twice at the
So
MCG. Yeah, did I get a ticket? No. I went in there
no,
looking for them. Just
no,
it holds 100,000 people,
and
and
it's full.
they sold out twice. The first one sold out, so they put a second one on. Why wouldn't you?
I mean,
Yeah, you've had
that's Australia throwing its face out in the world, right?
You wouldn't be able to. You'd be able to hear them from your place anyway, Sean.
Yeah, I know. I know. But then, you know what? People in Frankston can actually hear the Grand Prix. So yeah, we'd be able to hear them from my place. No,
Yeah, no.
no.
Sean, top things to pack. Yeah, what are the top things to pack for a cruise? Says Shawnee.
Top things to pack for a cruise: budgie smugglers.
Yeah, the budgie. Make sure the budgie comes because if his budgie doesn't arrive, you're in trouble.
No, all you need is just the budgie smugglers and the see-through bikini. No,
Can you
you.
describe what budgie smugglers are to our American friends?
Okay, for the Americans, budgie smugglers, they are a pair of swimwear.
Yeah, very small swimwear,
Yeah, very
like
scan.
smaller than underwear, nearly,
Correct, correct. And what was the
and
brand name?
as tight as speedos, as tight as
Speedos.
lycra.
That's right. So yeah,
And your
um,
and your budgie's in a little pouch here somewhere.
that's right. I'm going to say this. Depending on the length of the cruise, you basically need something that's smart cash, like a decent shirt, a pair of pants, maybe a pair of shorts and some jeans, and your bathers. You're going to live in your bathers, your swimming costume. Um, Only when it comes to like meal times, you just want to dress up a little bit. Other than that, just bring your things that you want to take videos with and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, the usuals, toothbrush, toothpaste, those sort of things. But a lot of people go out and they just overpack. For what? For what? You're never going to use it. And there's basically a set of few things. Um, the few things might be if you need a robe, the ship will provide you with one. If you need your basic clothing is basically in and out of your bathers, and you're going to go and if you're going to a say the casino, or you're going to a night out, maybe a pair of slacks and a shirt, maybe a jacket to keep warm, but not much. You don't need a great deal.
What
You
about
don't
if you
need a
have
great.
what about if you're having dinner with the captain?
Dress down, mate. You don't want to look better than the captain. A
Hang on.
blanket next to you. So this is
Oh, sorry. That was a bit late.
this blanket we've got here is it's got the nautical theme. It was at one point lying on my son's bed, but my son is now way older than that, and is no longer with us at home. He's traveling the world, wherever he is right now, having fun. But that's great. Now,
Sounds
can you tour gardens on the cruise? There's no reason why not. And also depends on which ship. For example, the big Royal Caribbean ships do actually have a real life garden on board their cruise ship. So there you go.
welcome in,
G'day,
Ace.
Ace. Welcome aboard, buddy. How you going?
Ace is wonderful. Another great moderator. I haven't even put YouTube on yet. Let me have a look at YouTube. Where are we? Yeah, and you do. And what? To be honest with you, I've never cruised either. I've only been on the ferry, which is like a mini cruise ship, but
Yep.
and it's an overnighter or a day cruise. Like it's um, a lot of my friends back in the day were going on cruises when I was in sport. Like I was doing what I do, and I tried to not partake in what they were up to. They were up to drinking way too much and having a good time, and I was trying to be an athlete back in the day. But they come home with some stories that make you budgiesmuggler.com.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, and so since then I've decided I'll have to do it one day, and I'll tell you what. Since then, I've aged about another 40 years. It's been 4 decades, and I'm still waiting, but I live on an island. That's that's one thing I love watching people say, "Oh, sitting in here and looking at the water is so fantastic." And then you realize that we see the water like so fantastic every day.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like second nature.
Yep.
That's why some of these drives I do around the island as well. Like you get on some roads and you just look at the view and you go, "Wow, this is awesome." But after a while, it just becomes the view. It's not, it's not
Yeah.
until you take somebody new there.
You take it for granted
You do.
at some point.
Yeah, thumbs up there, Rick. Best blog. Welcome in, bless,
G'day,
and
best blog. How you going?
welcome, welcome to the live. Yeah, and it is a great place to live, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll
Well, I'll stay on my island as well.
You are on a big island. I was on that big island for a while, but I seen the light. Hey, we had an election here yesterday.
How'd it go?
The same old, really. It's a Tasmania doesn't do elections like the rest of the country. We've got a system here. There's what, six, or is it five? There's Bass, Flinders. Oh man, you got down, like, you've got all these different areas, and
Mm,
each area gets 7 members, right? So,
mhm.
you know how you're a member for your area, like a member of
Yep,
parliament?
yep,
Each area has, because the areas are big, there's only like 5 of them. So, each area has 7 members, so you get a good, if you're a, smaller party, you get a really good chance to get in as an independent,
yep,
and the Liberals got, when I went to bed last night, Liberals were at 14 seats, and you need 18 seats to govern,
yep,
and Labor was at 10, Greens were at 4, maybe 5, then there was all these independents uh, that wanna change the world, all these different independents. So,
yep,
if you want to, govern, they have to, like, Liberals got like nearly 45% of the vote, or 42% of the vote. So nearly half the island wants the Liberals to govern.
mm,
Labor got 25% of the vote. So that tells you, and then the Greens got like 8% of the vote. And then there's all the other little percentages for the independents. Hey, Chef, good to see you, mate. And welcome in. That's a Drunken Chef Barbecue. Good to see you, mate.
G'day, chef.
Yeah. And welcome in, Alia Rose vlog. Hope I said that right.
Yep.
Hello, Bless has shared us out. Here we go. All the Bless's friends are popping in. Welcome in, guys, and thanks for joining the party. Yeah. So long story short, until all the postal votes and pre-polls and all that comes in, and all these different percentages, like if you've got 3.38% or something, and other people, like, of the, is it the total vote of your area? I'm not sure. It's it's like you got to be a mathematician to work all this stuff out. And once they chip away, the lower ones pass their votes back upstream, and then it all jumbles around again. So, with any luck, uh, Labor put in a vote of no confidence to the Liberals. That got up by one vote because one of the Liberals was away, and the casting vote from the chair usually goes with the sitting government, but she voted against she voted for the bill, which meant there was a vote of no confidence on the premier. So the premier, Jeremy Rockcliffe, decided to. He had two choices: resign or call an election after 1 year of already being voted in. So he just called another election. He said, "Look, I'm not resigning. You guys are just playing politics."
Yep.
And basically, Liberals have gained more votes, this time around, but they still just didn't have enough to govern. So it's just
Hung
parliament.
parliament.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a hung parliament. Yeah.
See, okay, I'm going to shut up. I'm not going to talk politics.
No way, a garden on a ship, says Shawnee.
Yep. If you go on to the really big ones, it's like a floating city. With all due respect, it's like a floating city with apartment
Yeah.
blocks on either side, and the garden is right in the middle of the ship.
You keep going, Sean. I'll go fix this camera.
No worries. So it's like they've got live trees. The birds come whenever they go to shore. The birds come in and they pollinate the trees. They've got gardeners on there, making sure that the garden is watered and it's kept nice and fresh and all that sort of stuff. They deal with they deal with the salt, but it is what it is. It's awesome. Shawnee says she's on the road to 5,000 watch hours. Thank you all for supporting Jonesy. By the way, Shawnee, I've got one eye over here on the side here, which is your channel. It's busy running. I've got it nice and low so that we don't get feedback, but it's playing. Just for you, Shawnee. Just for you. G'day, Henry. Welcome aboard. Everybody's saying g'day to each other, which is really good. I don't want to get hung up on cruising unless you guys want to talk about it, but I just can't find a better way of having a holiday or a vacation or wherever it is that you're from. What I really want to get on with is Helping Hands for Cruising, the charity. We're looking for anytime, Shawnee, anytime. I would ask you to do the same. We're looking for people, even those of you vets that have had experiences out there, life experiences. If you know of people who have not had a good running life, especially those that and they've never had the opportunity to jump on a cruise ship, do me a favor, put together a 2 to 5 minute video on why you think they should be nominated to go on a cruise. And if you go to the Helping Hands for Cruising website, there is a link, or there will be a link. All you got to do is just message me, Sean.president at helpinghandsforcruising.org. Just message me and we'll give you a link so that you can upload your video. It'll go to our board, and then that's where we make decisions as to who goes on a cruise ship or who doesn't. Also, we're looking for people who are going to be happily sponsoring to do so. So if you feel so inclined, particularly those of you in the US, if you feel up to it, empty your pockets, please donate to helpinghandsforcruising.org. You'll see here it says US, and I've got a QR code there. Go ahead, tap into that QR code. That gives you a link to our Zephy account, and you can put in a deposit, put in a donation there. It's all anonymous. I won't tell anybody that you donated unless you want me to. Okay, all right. Yep, please. Those of you that are in Oz, we're still using PayPal. There's our PayPal account. Go ahead, use that. Donate, and we will. Once we got our HH4C status, I mean our ACNC status down under, we'll be sorting you out there as well. You're not back yet, Jonesy. The picture's looking good, but well, hey! What did you do with the sun? You stole the sun.
I did. Hang on. Oh, I angled the camera too high.
Man, I tell you what, that is one amazing. I could look at that. I wouldn't get any work done.
No, it's a bit that way. I'll tell you what, the hill, but it's a bit of a a hill that you got to go up, and you could hear it in my breath. I'm not the.
And didn't you say though that you'd lost 30 kilos?
Yes, and then what was I? And then I put about 15 of them back on.
That's because you didn't go outside and put the rubbish out.
No, I do that every day. Trust me. Mrs. Radio, she sorts that out. She puts the we got a system going, and she works it because I usually go downstairs once or twice a day, and when I'm at home, yeah, we got, and we used to have the bins. Oh man, there we go. I hit the. Did anything happen then? Because I dropped a screen.
Mate, a lot happened.
Oh,
You got
hang on.
355 million subs and 285 million views, and then it all went when you fixed it.
Yeah. Well, hey, that happened last week, actually. I bumped the stupid desk and it moved this cable. This cable is very sensitive. There we go. She's back on. I have to upgrade my systems. I've been saying that for about 3 years.
Yeah. Ever since I've met you, Jonesy.
I know. I'm a tight ass. Let me tell you, I ride it till it dies. I just don't. I'm a bit old school, like I talk about that in like Radio Jonesy on tour. This channel, Radio Jonesy, it on tour is the travel vlog. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you, and thank you for coming in. I got shared out, obviously, by Bless. Oh, awesome. But
Thank you.
I'm just going to roll down because I am way behind chat.
Yep.
Yeah. So, oh God, not shit. Well, we've done that one. Yeah, but Radio Jonesy, it is at Radio J Talk. This channel that we're on right now is the conversation channel. And there is a bit of there is an audience out there for people who just want to hear stories and help videos and different aspects in life, sort of conversations. So people, not quite, Gary, not quite.
Let me say, Gary, I wish he would.
Yes, you're probably right. They need someone like him to put a rocket up everyone over here.
Correct.
Because where is Mr. Albanese right now?
China.
That's right. Why would you go over there and carry on like oh, we love you all, like I don't
That's
know.
why I said to you I didn't want to talk politics because I tell you now, I would have ASIO right on my front doorstep.
Yeah, I tell you what, the old saying when on the last, not the last election, the one before, where it won't be easy with Albanese. Remember that commercial they
Yeah.
shoved down everyone's throat? Well, how true was that?
Yep.
Anyway, I've been.
But you know what? The electorate is slow.
Yeah, it takes until the pain really hits you smack between the eyes. You'll get pain in your pocket, and you'll go, "Oh, it's all right. It's only a bit of." Everyone's
Correct.
feeling a bit of pain, but until it
Correct.
really hits you right between the eyes. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate you, buddy. Enjoy the big screen. How's this view for the big screen, Gary? Oh, I'll get rid of that. Yeah. So until everyone feels that pain, hit smack between the eyes, it's never going to. People won't change their thoughts or their opinions or their.
Of course
Like,
not.
I used to be one way. I grew up one way, and it was the working man, and your father took his. If you don't put your tick on this person's ballot, you're crazy because he's the one who's going to, keep taxes low and all that sort of
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
Times have definitely flipped upside down. Oh, there she goes. Look at that comment there. And this is the new race now because some smarty has beat me to 3,000. The race to 4,000 is on. And Shawnee, I've got you here. I'm going to overtake you like a bullet. That's the plan. That's the plan. I had plans for 4 videos yesterday. I've got the storylines, the scripts, and it poured rain all day long. I had the fire going. The dog was sitting on my lap. The missus was out at work volunteering, and I decided to, you know what? I'm not going to do nothing. I'm just going to cook some lunch and then cook some dinner, and no, I've done nothing. I found another YouTube channel yesterday. It just come into my feed about some guy relocating to Alaska.
Yep.
I don't even know the name of the channel. I couldn't even tell you. It just come into my feed, and then I watched that video.
But
Then
Jonesy,
they fed me the next one, and they fed me the next one. That went for about 2 hours.
we're sitting on 6C, and I'm freaking cold. Who in their right mind would want to go to Alaska where it gets to minus whatever?
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I hear you for sure. Uh, like the scenery going there, the video of them driving from, did he say Pittsburgh or somewhere? Anyway, he packed up his farm. He packed up his dog. He sold all his animals. He sold his everything. He took his ATV. He took two vehicles with one was full of pets. One had, I don't know, 6 cats and 4 dogs, and he's got 7 kids. He doesn't. There's no television in his house. Let me tell you.
I can tell it must be.
Yeah, he's a good. He's a good American. He's putting out the next generation.
That's the way.
They.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Um,
Here we go. This is a very good. It happens twice a year.
it does. So what they do is they have what they call repositioning cruises. So our cruising season starts from about September through to March, and obviously, the bulk of the cruising in the US goes from March through to September. So at the beginning of our season, ships do come from the US and down, and they're called repositioning cruises, and they are quite exquisite. For example, you can go on, and this is what I generally say to people: fly out to the starting point. So, for example, the cruise ship that we're going in December of 26 starts off in Seattle and then sails down the Pacific, down through the South Pacific into Brisbane. And as it comes along, it'll stop in at all the islands. That cruise is about 22 to 28 days, depending on which
Yeah.
way they go.
Usually stops in Japan as well,
Yep,
which is very interesting. Yep.
yep. So it's absolutely an exquisite way to go. You're there, you're having fun on the ship, you're having a bulk load of sea days, but you're also having a bulk load of port days too,
Mm.
especially to places you will never ever go to, literally never go to.
Yeah. But the beauty of these cruises is that because the ships are moving um, from the south to the one part of the world to the other part of the world, they're not really full cruises. So there's usually bargains to be had. There's usually good discounts to be had for a 22-day cruise. You could get it for under $100 a day.
Yeah,
You know, like
absolutely.
and then that's all your food, accommodation, entertainment, relaxation. That's like I've been looking at these myself. The daughter,
Uh, I will say, Jonesy, I do have to put my 2 cents worth in here for a second. Devil Dog, you do have to pay for your grog, mate. Oh, sorry.
yeah, you do. I mean, you. you you have to pay for it anyway. So whether you buy a package, which I heard on, I heard now there's some certain alcohols that aren't in the package deal.
Yeah,
It's changing a
it's
bit.
those like your $500,000
Oh
Johnny
yeah,
Walker
gotcha.
super black, gold, purple, orange, you know. But
Yeah,
the average thing is in.
yeah, beer and whiskey
Yep.
and Coke and even I'm not a huge drinker like that. Like who would have believed? I used to be a drinker, but now I give all that basically away. I'm a part timer now and very part time.
Technically that's actually the wrong thing to say. You are a drinker, you're just not a drinker of alcohol.
That's it. I'm not. That's it. I'm not a. I nominate Sean to go visit Jonesy. He can recover from his. Oh, mate. Yes, nominate Sean. Good on you, mate. Yeah, it would be. It would be a good way to. Sean is Rachel's husband. He's having some uh, surgery on his stomach. There's some sort of extra lining, or he hasn't got a stomach line. I don't know what it is, but he had to lose a lot of weight to get the surgery, and he'd done it really quickly through carnivore. And mate, he's looking good. You're cracking the whip there, Rachel. He's looking good. He's out there doing his thing, and when he comes home to rest and recuperate after the surgery, make sure he rests and recuperates. Don't let him get
Apparently
out.
the carnivore diet is awesome.
That's
Um,
how I lost
I'm
the 30K or
I'm not
kg.
allowed to be on a carnivore diet. Ilana keeps on complaining I'm not eating enough vegetables, which is rather funny.
Oh, I've heard that too, but good on you, Demus. I'm probably way behind, but thanks, mate. But yeah, it like Mike over there at a Wichita Mountain Homestead. He was a big boy, and he didn't make no song and dance about it. He just started doing it, and he's lost a, a crap load of weight. He is looking really good. He's all his aches and pains are disappearing, and he's thank you, Shawnee. Yes, definitely travel with Radio Jonesy on tour. But um, I was doing. Where are we, Sean? Let me show you something. Where are we? There. No, yeah, this one. Okay, let me share this. I want to share the screen for a minute.
Yep, go
I
ahead.
I will. I've got to work out how to do it again. It's been a long time since I've been.
You press that button,
Yeah,
followed by that button.
that button. Okay, and then we go share,
Don't press
and
the
then
red
that.
one.
No, okay, here we go. Do I
Over
share
5.
the audio live at 5? But is the audio? Oh yeah. By the way, how do you like the thumbnail?
It's awesome.
It is. That's
ChatGPT.
the beauty.
Chat
No, ChatGPT has been doing these terrible. My thumbnails have been very inauthentic. Me, like I put my picture in, and it comes back as the super duper Radio Jonesy, which is not. Anyway, my youngest daughter goes, "Dad, if you do any more of those AI thumbnails, I'm going to kick you in the backside." She goes, "Send me a picture." So I just said, "What, like this?" And she said, "Yeah." Yeah. She said, "What do you want on it?" I said, "Live at 5." She goes, "Here you go." And it took her about 30 seconds. And I said, "You're kidding me." She said, "No." And I said, "Well, you are now the designated thumbnail person." And yeah, so she's inherited the job. I said, you'll get a commission. Once I reach $1 million, I'll give you 1,000."
That's awesome.
It is, but can you get? I wonder if the audio works when I do this. Oh, there we
That is
go.
awesome.
Well, that was. We'll get rid of. Well, stop that there. Well, But yeah, that's a quick little video of pictures on the phone and a few little local animals and things like that.
I
The
didn't know
daughter
you had
did
a
that.
I didn't know you had a
Yep.
duckbill in your backyard.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty good. The platypus pond is just down the road here. You know how they say you can't see a platypus? Yeah, it's very hard to find them. We got a
Yeah.
platypus like viewing area. You go down there and stand there for about a minute.
And
You'll
how'd that
see a
go?
platypus.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they just swim around.
Yeah, we can't find
But
them here.
yeah, they are a bit.
And not only that, we can't actually find a Tasmanian tiger either.
No, they're around. I'm telling you, I hear them all the time.
Yeah.
There's, yeah, I was going to say there was a cheap line I was going to say, but I wouldn't say it because the missus said there's a Tasmania tiger in the house every time someone attacks somebody else. She said, "You tiger."
Oh, jeez.
We won't go down that road because that's all
No.
fake.
Yeah.
They're extinct. Ooh, what was that? That was bum, 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 bum. That's that. So I'll get rid of that over there. But yeah, no, but good morning, Planet Jonesy. Good to see you, buddy. Um, in Bali. Good on you, mate. Welcome in, and thanks for joining the party. He's another. I think you're Western Australian. Is that correct? But he's discovering the life in Asia sort of journey.
Now, Jonesy, let me ask you a question.
Hey, Skip, welcome in, Skip. Yep.
You were talking earlier on about the Great Barrier Reef cruise that we're going on.
Yeah.
Um, what do you want to know about it?
Well, what do I want to know about it? It's going to be peak season, isn't it? It's going to be like it's right in
It's
Christmas,
New
New
Year's
Year.
Eve.
Yeah. So accommodation before you go there, you'd really got to. Where are you going up a couple of days before?
Yeah, we're going to go a couple of days before. We got a mate coming in from the US as well,
Okay.
or a
So and
couple
you
of
get
mates. So what we want to do is we want to do like a meetup beforehand, but also we want to do things like the touristy thing, like go down to Australia Zoo and pick up some of the other things going on the Gold Coast, stuff around Brizzy.
the Gold Coast is a bit of a drive, but
It is a bit of a drive, but if we can get a hold of a vehicle that we can,
the
um,
Sunshine Coast, the sun. If you're going to go to
even
the
even the
Sunshine
Sunshine
Coast,
Coast.
oh, that's like Noosa. No, not even Noosa, but all around that area.
Yep,
Like my late mother used to live up there. It's absolutely gorgeous countryside.
yep,
Beaches. It's packed. There's people everywhere, and that time of year it will be chock a block.
yep. But we're going like the 29th, so people will start coming in, but by the same token, we can. It's only like a night or two before, and then we're on the cruise.
Yeah, it is. Yes. Well, yeah, we stayed in. There is some fabulous places to stay in Brisbane as well, but
Yep,
when we went up there last time, we stayed right in the heart of and on the river. Like like I've said this a million times on my videos, but you can jump on them ferries, the river cats.
yep,
Like you can pay $70 for a cruise up and down the river for with a cruise company, or you can jump on a river cat for 50 cents.
yep,
It stops at every port at every jetty, but
yep,
you go right up past South Bank. You can jump off at South Bank, go on the big eye, the big wheel,
yep.
and then you can jump back on, pay another 50 cents, and takes you
That's
back.
that's that's the same as like when you go into Sydney, you go on to one of the not the Captain Cook, but one of the other
Yeah, Sydney Ferry, Sydney Harbour Ferry,
yeah, you just jump on the
and
ferries and
going to
have a look
Manly.
around.
Yeah, go to it takes you. They got one to the zoo. You got the river cat that takes you all the way to Parramatta. So
Yep,
you got the Parramatta River Cat. it goes right up the harbour. It's man, that's the good old days.
The only challenge with Brisbane is the cruise port is a little bit away from the action.
Ye Yeah, yeah. But, mate, Sydney and, like, there's so much and if you know a local as well, when you get into places like, "Well, that's nice, Shawnee. You had a burger, potatoes, carrots on the grill." It sounds like what's the t I was gonna say, "What's the temperature?" And look at the next comment. It's 80 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's a lovely temperature.
Do you know it's just gone down 7
Yeah,
degrees C?
sun's coming up, mate, that's why.
Yeah.
And what do we got on the computer? It doesn't tell me anymore. It's that cold. It says, "Nut, bugger off." But, I tell you what, it's turning into be a fabulous day here on the island.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it is, that's Emu Bay to the right-hand side where that ridge line is, and then you got the port right in the middle. You see the big, concrete wall there that's out in the ocean there or out in the
Yep,
strait? That's
yep.
to protect that's when the easterlies come in, it protects the port because the
Does it do a
easterlies
good job?
yeah, it does actually. There's last year, no sh last year, no cruise ships got turned around. The year
Oh, that's
before
awesome.
the year before, 2 cruise ships come all the way here and couldn't come in because of the swells were way the tugs couldn't control them, so they said, "No, you can't come in." So that was
Well, I'll
disappointing.
tell you what, looking at your setup, Hobart, Burnie, all those harbours on the island are doing much better than Melbourne, let me tell you. No ship wants to come into Melbourne, and I can't say I blame them.
Yeah, you don't realize how much ports charge or governments charge through the ports.
Oh, we
Yes,
know because the
San
Victorian state government are just trying to milk the whole thing.
hey, Skip, between, Sandy Toes and me is about 3,000 kilometers, or what's that in miles? 2,000
Mate,
miles?
make them think. They
Oh,
know what Ks are.
yeah,
Seriously.
yeah. Shawnee, she's starting to get into where have you been, Devil Dog? Let me just run down. Yeah, yeah, but it's, go back to, this shot. Yeah, so it's, and how we going? How long have we been live
See
for?
the
Oh,
moose.
wow, we've been
Enjoy.
yeah, thanks for coming in, Demoose, and check your mail, mate. Something should be there very soon. He won a sticker pack the other day. I sent out
Oh,
some
good on him.
stickers. Yeah, he's it's good to have, you know what it's like, but you know what it's like when you get your community that you've got certain people that are there sometimes, and you've got people that like this young lady who if she can get there, she's there. And like
Yep.
this guy, you know, just listening. That's what's lurking is basically. Yep. Good on you, mate. But I can't be on the carnivore diet. Yeah, yeah. Insulin, needles. The government's got you, mate. You're getting jabbed by. No, sorry, devil dog. But yeah, he's my triglycerides. There's the word for the morning. Are too high.
Um,
Fasting. Yeah.
don't try glycerides, try something else.
Hang on. Turn this volume down. Oh, man. Bit slow
Oh,
on
there
the
we go.
bit slow on the old uptake.
Yeah, that's cool.
Fasting works, and it does too. And you've done it well, mate. You're looking slim, trim, and fantastic there, Mister Jonesy. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about this Mister Jonesy, Planet Jonesy. I gained about 15 to 20 pounds since he broke his foot. Yeah, that's understandable, Gary, because you just stop basically.
Yeah.
The colours are a nice addition to the thumbnail, and I appreciate that very first comment, Shawnee. I read that last night, and the my youngest daughter, who is at university doing forensic science and other policing modules. I'm not sure exactly what you call them, but yeah, she's there we go, Mike, or the dog man. We're talking about him losing weight. Yeah, it is. She just goes bang, bang, bang. Here you go. I go, you're kidding me. I'd sit there for half an hour trying to fight with ChatGPT, and I'd say, "Where's my picture?" It is coming. It is in the list. There's a lot of people. You get that standard. There is a lot of people downloading pictures. And there's another story. I tell you what, the AI industry,
Oh, it's
the
huge.
amount, yeah, but the amount of computers that they need to run AI, the systems, is amazingly high. It is. It is. 3 other Tasmanian cards. Proud of them. Thanks, Ace. I have Charlie's card and 3 other Tasmania cards. Good on you, Ace. I think I've reached the bottom.
You have.
Oh wow, well, there we go. We slowed up a bit, but yeah. Um, so what else is what is Melbourne life like? What brought you to Melbourne? I know it was your parents, but well, I'm assuming it was your
So
parents.
I've been here for 48 years.
Yep.
I'm just a beginner. Um, when we left South Africa and came to Australia, um,
You must have went there in your mother's womb. If you said you've been there for 48 years, you can't be that old, surely.
I'm an old fart. I'm older than you.
Okay,
Um,
I don't know about that.
uh, I was 17 and a half. I just finished my HSC when we left South Africa. The reason why we left the country was because I was conscripted into the South African army, and at that particular point in time, I didn't believe in the apartheid crap that was going on, and I didn't want to fight for the Afrikaner.
Yep.
So we left the country and came to Australia. Um, my parents had an option to pick Melbourne or Sydney. Friends of my sister lived in Sydney. Some of my parents' best friends had moved down to Melbourne. So they picked Melbourne on that basis. And we've
Yeah.
been here ever since. We've been traveling around. Melbourne tends to be a lot, um, weather wise, it tends to suit us a lot better than Sydney. We can't handle the humidity.
Yeah, yeah.
So the more
Queensland.
north you go, the more humid it is.
Oh yeah, mate. Queensland's a no-go zone in summer for me. Let me tell you that.
Um, didn't even know much about Tassie. Hadn't thought about Tassie, but I suppose my parents went, okay, families friends are in Melbourne, so let's go there. And that was the rest of the history.
Yeah, right. And what's your thoughts about Melbourne itself? Like at the moment, it seems to be like crime-wise and gang violence like I don't want to go down the politician route, but the politics of that sort of time. Let's go back to 2020. Like the how did your life change in 2020 when
And
all the
it
when
changed.
all
I mean, there was a whole lot of things that happened, but 2020, you start getting the current
yeah,
Labor
2020
ideology.
2020 was when COVID was hitting full
Yeah,
time and big swing.
well,
So how did
22 in particular, but you started getting Labor come on in, and then they started doing their 2 cents worth, and then we have COVID hit, and then Labor just rode it for all it was worth and locked us out for 2 years. And businesses around here were going. There was a brand new restaurant that opened up
yeah,
about a week or two before COVID hit. COVID hit, and they were out of business in 6 weeks. They hadn't even warmed up the furniture. I mean, it was bloody
yeah,
ridiculous. And they weren't a bad restaurant either. And then this was the story. A lot of businesses were finding it hard to hang on. We fortunately did, but at the end of the day, I mean,
Yeah.
um, this government didn't help out at all.
No.
Funnily enough, there is an action suit being put out against the then premier.
Do you ever see the Topher Fields channel? You know
No.
Topher? Anyway, all right, we won't go down that road. He's a bit of a political analyst, and he chats about. He's wrote a couple of books about good people break bad laws. Is the book,
Mm.
and good people do break bad laws because and that was all due to the lockdowns and stuff when he was in Victoria. But we were in. At that time in 2020. We just we come back from the US and we were looking at relocating here. So that's where we were. So we did that basically as soon as we could. But in the US, it was pretty cool. Like 2020, it was winter, January, it was cold. Like we were in Memphis and Dallas and up in all middle America there. We went through Kansas and places like that. We were in Austin. We were down that way for a bit, but it was no one really cared too much about the thing that was happening, and
No, but I mean,
no one
you
really got
find
sick.
places like Sweden didn't actually go down the path of a shutdown. They just kept on going.
Yeah, has anyone put a comment in lately? Because my
No,
feed is not moving.
I'm not looking at the chat. I mean, the chat's not racing.
Okay, well that's good. Well, we're not really entertaining enough for the chat to
Yeah,
race,
no, we're
but
only talking about tea, coffee, and other things.
yeah, here we go. I'll just hit this button over here, and I'll hit this button here, and yeah, no, thanks, Shawnee. I just wasn't sure whether it froze up. But yeah,
Yeah,
we're thin. We had a good run there for a while when the Philippines crowd turned up,
yeah,
and then we lost about 10 since then. But yeah, no, it was just interesting time in life in general, to be honest, and you know we're a lot better now for live going through it because you do realize now what what politics can do to you if you don't if you don't make a stand yourself and you know uh, do things that you probably would not normally do. Normally, you just the day just goes by and you just it's just another day. But sometimes if you don't stop and like smell the roses and realize what's happening in your life, someone's got to stop it somehow, and it just does, you know. So
yep. And that's one of the reasons why we like going on the cruises because it forces you to stop.
yeah. Oh, is that me?
Planet
Is that what you just said?
Jones is going to do a rip to Tassie.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's a trip, but dromedary next year. Is it? Oh yeah, his mum's down here. Yep, mum, dad, sister, and brother-in-law. Looking forward to it. Good on you, mate. What part of Tassie, north or south? Because there's a big thing up here with the northerners and the southerners. It's a lot bigger than you think, Sean. Too, by the way.
Yeah,
You know how the stadium's trying to part of the election and the AFL and all that sort of jazz. How
yeah,
they're
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to build this new stadium, which is going to cost billions of dollars to us taxpayers.
Yep,
Um, and we've got at Launceston, we've got one of the best football grounds in the country.
yep.
Old school stadium. They're all saying the parking's not good enough, or that they're making excuses not to there we go. Planet Jonesy's channel. He's a small channel. If you
Cool.
yeah, if you can check him out, check him out. He's an interesting character, and he's a Jones, so he's got to be a winner.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. But yeah, so they there was even the AFL played a game, had a game down here, Hawthorn and I think it was one of the South Australian teams,
Mm,
and they played it at night. They made it a night game in the middle of winter, and they don't usually do like night games. But they made it that night time. They wanted to see how cold, slippery, wet like
mhm,
it would be.
mhm.
Well, if you were running a business, why would you? And for television, I suppose that could have been the reason for just for television. But at the end of the game, they just talked about how wet and slippery, and it was a very small scoring game. It was like I think it was like 5 goals, 8 or something like that. Like it was not the scores were pretty small, and they you're right, buddy. Yeah, and they it was like they were trying to make it look. We can't do a football team down here unless you put a roof on a stadium. Is what they were trying. It was like the mafia, like you're going
Yep.
to
You
you're going
can't
to
you can't do that.
no.
By
It
the
was
way, what's Tassie's game?
what's the game down here? Everyone talks AFL. Soccer is huge. Soccer is all around the island. Um, it's the most played sport on the island. Like they all talk AFL, but soccer is the most played sport. Basketball is getting a huge foothold in the high schools.
Mm.
So yeah, thanks for coming in, Rachel and Sean. Good to see you, and thank you. But yeah, it is. It's like a eclectic mix of sports. Like netball is big, but right here you've got right here in Burnie, right?
Mm.
Tennis. We've got an international tennis center, right? So
Mm.
tennis is huge. Hockey, like hockey over the island, grass hockey, not ice hockey for you
Mm.
Americans. Field hockey is what they call it. That is very popular with the schools. They're everywhere. AFL, like for being born in New South Wales, you don't see much AFL, but when you come down here, there is, it's all around you. The local stadium here at Burnie for the AFL, we've got the main stadium here, which is a nice old fashioned athletics site. They got a velodrome around it,
Yep.
old fashioned grandstand like built in the 1920s, modern modern building for a clubhouse and bar, and really beautiful setting over the water. And it's just to the south of me here, and it like the sirens for the quarter time and that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's when we first moved in here, we could hear we go, and we go, what the heck is that? And then and then we realized it's a football stadium.
Yep.
And then to the right of us, we've got the trotting track. There's a showground, the like the harness racing that they play football there as well. That's South Burnie, another team. Yeah, so it's a, a cycling. Like let me go motor racing. There's a, it's every sport under the sun is played here. Like it's just I don't know for 500,000 people that live on the island. There is a huge choice.
There's a shipload of choice.
There is a shipload. Fish. Like my next door neighbour here, fishing. He wants to fly fish. He fly fishes every chance he gets, and he always knocking on the door. You want to come fishing? I go, no. He's got a skinny little boat, and he's just
Now,
casting.
now, now, wait a minute, Jonesy. I can't understand how anybody can fly fishing. I mean, you need a set of wings to do that.
You need a Red Bull. That's what you need.
Oh, that's what it is, Red Bull.
Red Bull gives you wings.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. But it is It is pretty awesome how we. I don't know what. Why is it? Because it's cold or cool,
Yeah,
or
you got to
pe-
move.
people
You
just
got to
like the
move to warm yourself up.
people just like the outdoor lifestyle.
Yeah.
Is that it? I'm not sure, but
The reason why I asked the question was, if footy wasn't a big thing as far as Tasmania is concerned, why go down the path of trying to bring a team on?
well, they've always wanted a team, and the team will be well supported here because everywhere you go, people are always talking about AFL. Like everywhere you go, there's um, most people here are Hawk supporters because Tasmania has always been the second team.
Yep.
Uh, I mean, Hawthorn,
Awesome.
Tasmania, Hawthorns. They've come here and played for years, and built a following. Like I was in the supermarket last night. Hawthorn, I think Hawthorn played here yesterday down at Lonnie. Um, there was a whole bunch of Hawthorn supporters arrived, so there must have been like a carload or they must have been getting supplies because the bottle shops across the road, and they all ran in to get their chips and their peanuts and their things. So it was it was pretty cool, and it was uh, just to see that sort of support, like. But in saying that, the Jack Jumpers, mate, when the Jack Jumpers won the basketball two seasons ago, was it? It wasn't last year; it was the year before.
Mm,
Absolutely, the place went bonkers, mate. The place was crazy. And then last year, the cricket, the BBL, like
mm.
who won? It was the Hobart Hurricanes.
Yep.
So sport is
Big thing.
well, man, cycling, running, everything. Like at the beach here, right down here at the beach. Well, I'll get rid of Ace. Sorry, Ace. Right down. Say at the bottom of the screen, there is where the beach is.
Yep.
We've got a running club every Saturday.
Yep.
And there's a 5 kilometer and a 10 kilometer circuit, and
Okay.
it's every Saturday, rain, hail, or shine. People are at that beach. People are there and it's a cycleway. Like it's a beautiful coastal cycleway
Mm.
footpath. Um, and they run to a point and they run back, and everyone's individually clocked. So it's not like a running race where you start at ready, set, go, bang, and everyone runs and the first person gets back. It's
Yep.
you go to the registration, you register, you put your number, like everyone's got a number, and then you can walk, you can run, you can do whatever you want to do, but everyone gets individually clocked. So
Yep.
there's like it's really sophisticated. I thought it was more of a social thing, but it's really well run, and there's a pun intended. So they run down to the 5K mark and then come back, or the 2.5K mark and come back.
Yep.
And they prizes awarded, trophies, and there's a season. Like you get points. You get points if you improve your time from the week before. You get points if first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, all the way down to 100th. There's different points. It's very well run and very well organised, and all it is just athletics. Like and it's just organised and done well. Well, there's there's a bunch of like iceberg swimmers that go down to the beach in the middle
Are
of
you an
winter.
iceberger?
I've been in there. It's,
Mate,
luckily,
you've got more guts than me. Tell you
I
what.
have. I've got plenty of insulation. That's what they said. The more guts you have, the cooler it is. I mean, the more comfortable you are because you've got body fat, which gives you that insulation for the cold. Like I don't feel the cold. Like I'm one of these guys who could walk barefoot in the snow and get told you better get out. You better get out of the snow and put some shoes on because you might get frostbite. Like I'm one of them people who are stupid enough to stay in the snow way too long.
Mm.
Yeah, 28 minutes till Devil Dog. What time is it now? Actually, how far behind am I? Where are we in the watch?
9:36.
Oh, well, yep, 25 minutes. And Devil Dog will be live. But yeah, um, and just tell the people while we're here and people for the replay your lives that you do during the week, Sean.
So, for those that are down under, I generally run a stream for the Helping Hands for Cruising on a Tuesday evening at 8 p.m., which is about 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then on Wednesdays, I share a time slot with the astute tourist Jimmy, and we coordinate during our winter months. We coordinate during our summer months. We're apart, but that is on at 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening for Hump Day, and then on Saturday I have our time, which for those of you across the pond is 10 p.m. on Friday evening. It's currently at midday during the winter months here down under on Saturdays. We run our Down Under Cruiser show. And that's our live streams.
Yeah, mate, and they're very. You're like a clock. You're always there, and you're always running. Sometimes you stop early. Sometimes you go through for the hour. But it's always good to catch up with the same. It's like walking into the bar at a certain time, and the
And your
same
mates are
people.
there.
Yeah, and they're sitting on the stools, and you go and "G'day, mate. How are you?" and all that sort of stuff. Like last week, I went live. I used EV Mux last week, and
Yep.
I went live on here and Radio Janzi on tour at the same time, and I got probably 15 people in Radio Janzi on tour, and I got probably 10 people in this one.
Yep.
And I thought it worked well, and it worked good, but the point is, I don't need watch hours on Radio Janzi on tour, and I was trying to direct those people across, that was my mission last week, and
Yep.
this obviously a lot of them people I haven't seen here, so it probably didn't work as well as I wanted it to. But
Truly, Jonesy, I only use EV Max.
you do, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You like the you've got a paid version, I'm guessing. You're
Yeah.
not on. Yeah, yeah. So, what's your thoughts on using it?
It's I find it quite good because it's like closer to the OBS um,
Yeah,
flexibility than you
that's
do with say StreamYard. I
yeah.
can do a lot more things on EV Max than I could ever on StreamYard.
Yeah, it's good how you can move people around, or you can make the screen. You can be bigger and smaller here, and you can
Yeah.
have different thing playing in the back. And
Yep.
there's, I hear, but I just, it's like trained monkeys can only do certain things, and here I am again on
StreamYard. Yeah.
StreamYard. But like I did enjoy EV Mux, but I will go back to it. I'll give it another crack and keep trialing it. But
I just create my scenes with it, and the benefit is because you can create the scenes and you can do whatever you like with them. They've got apps that you can link in as well. I mean, it's just
yeah,
I just think it ships over StreamYard.
got shiploads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only good thing about StreamYard is the ability for you to link your channel, whereas with EVMux, you've actually got to make somebody a collaborator.
yeah, yeah. I've got to actually. I've got to fix my Nightbot too. I haven't really played with that. That's stopped here for whatever reason.
Mm.
But anyway, it is good. And the for people who are watching, in the replay. Radio Jonesy, the talk channel. This is at Radio J Talk. We're chasing the 4,000 watch hour dream. So if you do get a chance to watch or have one of our lives running in the background one day when you're doing the dishes or you're doing the washing inside, or you want to listen to a couple of Australian accents or that sort of thing, please, feel free to
R-
watch a replay. But
Rule true Aussie accents too. What's more?
well, I give a last like this year. I've been doing this radio show for an American station for years, and this year I've taken 12 months off. So I stopped to get this channel monetized. So I actually thought, I need a break. I've been doing it for way too long, so I needed a rest from it. To be honest, that was one of the reasons I stopped doing that one radio show for that one guy. That was costing me so many hours a day, and it was a bit of it wasn't a mission. I enjoyed doing the music. I enjoyed corresponding and getting the emails and getting new music heard and doing all that sort of stuff. And that's me. That's what I've been doing for years. And then I said, you know what, this year I'm going to have a break. I said to him, there was a couple of reasons, but just let's just say I said to him, I'll have a break this year. I'll give me a call back in December and we'll negotiate the next deal. Yeah. Anyway, there's a story in that. There's a background story there because he put the prices down and he put the hourly rate down and the ad revenue down, and there's a few reasons why I did it. But the main reason was, you know what, I'm going to see if I can do the ad revenue through, through YouTube, which
Mm.
is never going to be the same as what I can do in 2 hours. I can do something in 2 hours and make as much money that I'm going to get in a month here, But
Mm.
so technically, it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, thanks, mate. Got to take it to the beach, walk the dogs. Great to have a chat. Thanks for coming in, Mr. Jones and Planet Jonesy. Good to see you, brother, and looking forward to seeing what you're up to there in Bali. I'll see you on the next video, my friend. Yeah, it's he's like from a mining town, or he's out inland from WA somewhere, and he's
Isn't
I think he's married and moved to part time in Asia and part time over here, sort of thing.
isn't this the most amazing um, tool
And, yeah,
for building relationships?
yeah. Like where would I said that yesterday on a live? Where would a Tasmanian be sitting in his room talking to someone from um, Arkansas and then having someone from England as well? Um, so I can put crap on this guy called Sir Paul Honeyman,
Yeah.
and he's a bit of a character, a bit of a pom, typical middle-aged pom, like has a beer and has a joke and always has a laugh. And I just said, like how good is it when a guy sitting in a room in Tasmania can be talking to this guy in Arkansas who's talking to a guy in England at the same time, and we're all just
But think about this, Jonesy. When I have the helping hands for cruising board meetings with the US organization, so it's an Australian, a Canadian, and 5 people from all over the US. It's like, seriously, this is just incredible.
yeah, good on you, Ace. It is, and it's like I remember back when Australia won the America's Cup. What year was that?
80, was it 84, 86?
Yeah, it's around there somewhere. Alan Bond, and he's telling them to raise up the the
For the
sheet,
kill.
yeah, to show the keel that was the hidden gem, the secret weapon. And I was at work, like that was like at 8 a.m. or something like that in the morning,
That's
and
right.
I had this. I had this television, it was like a tape deck. It was this, it looked like a oversized VHS video recorder with a
Yeah.
little TV screen in it like that, and it had a
Yeah.
radio. And I had that on my bonnet of the car plugged into the cigarette lighter, and
Yeah.
all these guys where I was working were crowded around watching this thing that was just a bit bigger than a phone screen.
Yeah.
And we're going, "Hey, we're cheer," and we're on Parramatta Road as well. Like we're on a busy road in Sydney, and all these workers with their picks and shovels, and I was supervising this crew, and they're all sitting around, and we're just cheering, and then this is in the 80s. One of the guys, Bob Hawke, was
Prime Minister.
yeah, and he was drinking, right? He
That's
was
right.
he was partying on, and he's what did he say? Something about if anyone gets sacked.
Said, yeah, if any boss sacks anybody tomorrow, they're a mug.
No, they're a bum. I'm
A
pretty sure he
bum,
said,
that's right.
yeah, they're a bum, and send me a message, and I'll tell him like. And then this guy who was working with us, he went to this place, and it was about 9 o'clock in the morning. They bought a carton of beer and brought it back to the job site, and they were all celebrating, drinking bloody Tooheys New at 9 a.m. in the morning. And
But
no,
you gotta remember the backstory, and the backstory for that is the America's Cup had never left the US for 120 years.
no, that's right.
That was
I got a scrapbook here somewhere. I'll have to
that
dig
was
that
the
out.
first time that that cup was leaving the US.
It was a huge. It was absolutely huge news here in Australia. Well, good times too. Like,
Yeah,
and for me to be able to remember that moment in time, it's funny how like smells or events or can just send your mind back to
correct,
that
correct.
exact time.
Yeah.
But yeah, mate. No, it's just interesting history. Like I don't know, America's Cup sailing, like that's really died in the bum, and they're going from yachts now to
Well,
fast
anybody can win it now.
catamarans. You know, like it's crazy. But
Yeah, devil dog, grow up, mate. You lost it fair and square.
yeah,
We only cheated once.
we didn't cheat. We just out invented you guys.
That's it.
The wing curl. Yep, the
Yep.
wing curl. Stretch the leg. I've got to get myself a new chair here too. I've been saying that for about 3 years as well.
Well,
But
why don't you get the chair when you get the computer upgrade?
well, here's a story about the computer upgrade. Right, uh, Mini Me number two. Let me just call. I got 1, 2, and 3. So Mini Me
Yep.
number 2 is living downstairs.
Yep.
And she's got a gaming computer which is pretty top notch, I thought. And she wants to upgrade to a new system, and she goes, "Do you want to buy this computer off me when I buy my new computer?" And I said, "No, I do not want to buy the computer off you." I said, "You can put it out in my desk out here, and it can be your second computer, which you'll never see again." And she went, and she went, "Touche." Yes, she was hoping to get like $500-600 out of me, but
Yeah, because she wanted your money to go and buy her new computer.
let me tell you, I got a red convertible out the front, and it's I bought it, registered to me. She said,
Yep.
Dad, I'm looking at getting a red convertible." And I said, "Okay." And she said, "Can you come down with me? It's in," this was a few years ago. She said it was in Bondi, right? So
Yep.
no, it was in King's Cross. Actually,
Yep.
it was in King's Cross. I said, "Really?" So we went. This is a good story. This one. We went. I said, "Okay, I'll go with you." So jumped in the car, drove it down to this address, and we're outside. We're just off one of the side roads there at King's Cross. And King's Cross, for the people in America who don't know, it's like a red light district. Yeah, it is an interesting area. But
You're very
Yes, and everything from strip clubs to what? How can you
drug
describe it?
dens.
Yes, it's definitely out there. So this we come to this address, ring the number. The guy is it's a high rise apartment. Guy comes up out of the basement with this little red convertible, and he's a cabaret dancer. This guy, and
Uh-huh.
he's just won a he's just worked in some cabaret show in Sydney, and he's just got a new gig in Melbourne. And part of the deal, like they offered him, he must be some sort of entertainer somehow, and they offered him the gig. And part of the contract was he gets a new car. So they bought him a new car. So he's got a brand new Mercedes
Oh,
uh,
jeez.
convertible. Yeah. And, oh, darlings, how are you, sweetheart? You know, like he's talking to my daughter, you know,
Uh-huh.
I've had this car since new. It's a lovely, it's a Holden Astra convertible. Like it's unusual, but it's a hard top as well. So you press the
Yep.
button and the roof just comes. Anyway, long story, but hey, Dad, my card's not working. You know, when she wanted to transfer so many thousands of dollars into this guy's account, she said, "Any chance you can fix this?" You know, so sure enough, I fixed it, and I went to the registration and I registered it, and it's all in my name because I paid for it, and she drives it. It's her like basically it's her car, but she thinks she bought it, even though someone else paid for it. But every now and again, I just grab the keys and go down there and put the roof down. Think I'm Magnum, and I drive around the island with the red convertible and the wind blowing through my hair.
At least you got hair for it to go through.
Here,
Well, you got more of it than I do.
but it's a fun car to drive. If you haven't driven a convertible with the top down, like you you're missing out because it is a bit of a fun thing to do. So I'm oh, here's another funny story. This time of year, I've got this Seiko watch which is powered by the sun. Right, it's a very expensive watch. Um, it is. I shouldn't be wearing it everywhere I wear it. I should wear it on special occasions, but no, I wear it everywhere. This time of year, because of wearing jumpers and hoodies, and it doesn't see enough light, and
Mhm.
it keeps stopping. So every year in winter in Tasmania, this watch is wasting its time. Yes. So I've
I can see you there with a limp wrist letting the sunlight get to your watch.
not quite, not quite. It's either on the dash at work when I put it on the, you know, how hot the dash can get in the sun. I put it
Yep.
on the dash and it cooks it, and it's good enough for another week. Or it's on a windowsill. At the moment, it's on my bedside table, which is not getting no sun there at all. But I woke up this morning and thought, 4 o'clock. I go, geez, I feel good for getting up at 4 o'clock. And then I flicked the button on the television, and then it was like 6:30 or something. And I thought, well, that's not right.
You
But
stopped again.
she stopped again. So
Yeah.
yeah. So what have you got planned for this week, Shawnee?
So today I'm going to try and do some editing and filming. There's a lot of things I need to get on, and I want to
Yeah.
get some stuff up onto the Helping Hands for Cruising channel.
Well,
Um,
here's a thought for anyone who's watching this now or in a replay. If you've got any video of a cruise ship, if you see a cruise ship and you want to make a video, you could be a roving reporter for the Down Under Cruises or Helping Hands for Cruising.
yes, please.
And if you just film yourself and say, "Hi, it's Ace here at wherever," or it's Shawnee, or it's Jonesy, or whoever, you can just go, "Look at this cruise ship. I'm here in wherever, and there's a cruise ship. Blah 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 blah." It could go for 2 minutes. It could go for 5 minutes. It could go for 30 seconds. Make a video and email it off to
Yep.
Sean Down Under
Yep.
Cruises. He would love to put content like that up on the Helping Hands for Cruising website.
But
Website
please say
face.
who you are and what channel you're from.
Yeah, for sure.
and we'll both get a bit of recognition out of it.
Yeah, I reckon that's your new move, Sean, for the next foreseeable future. See if you can find people to do roving reports. Like
Yep.
I might go down and do the ferry one day for you. The ferry will be leaving or arriving if I can time it right, and I'm down there at the right time. I might be a roving reporter.
You realise I need a passport to get to the ferry now. It's in frickin' Geelong.
No, mate. How long does it take you to get there? Was it an
It'd
hour,
take me the best part of an hour and a half.
hour and a half? Yeah. Like if you caught the ferry via no car, just say you got to get to Geelong. How do you get to Geelong from Melbourne? Train.
Right now, the only way to get there is drive.
How come?
Well, there's no ferries going out of Melbourne.
Oh, yeah, but no. If just say you haven't got a car, but you want to catch the ferry, and you're in Melbourne, how do you get to Geelong?
Well, the only other way to do that is catch the train. So I need to get a train from here to Flinders Street and then back out to Geelong. Or I can get an Uber or a cab, or alternatively, I get a bus that takes me out of Sorrento, and I can take another ferry that goes across. Different ferry.
Ah, yeah, that's right. So there'd be ferries going into Geelong. Yeah, I never
Yep.
thought of that. That would be pretty cool,
There used to
actually.
be a ferry that went straight out of Melbourne called the Spirit of Tasmania, but no. There's another one. There's there was another
I've
one
heard
that
that
was
one.
going. It
Yeah.
was going from Melbourne to the other side of the bay, but that's been stopped as well.
Okay. Well, yeah, and I'll tell you what, Port Phillip Bay, that's what it's called, isn't it? Port Phillip.
Yep, Port
That
Phillip
that
Bay.
that is an amazing waterway, isn't it? Really,
It is.
when you go out on the ferry, like I've caught that ferry from Melbourne to here, oh,
Mm,
maybe 5 times,
mm,
and the 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 scenery, and you're on that ferry for such a long time before you've got like you know how they say you got to buy a Wi-Fi package and all that sort of stuff.
yep,
Man, there's only like a few hours in the middle of the Bass Strait where you haven't got either Wi-Fi from Tasmania or
Tas
Wi-Fi
correct.
from Melbourne. Like,
Mainland. Yep.
yeah, pretty good. But yeah. So I got to run. Devil Dog says, "Yeah, good on you, mate. I'll be watching you from Tasmania." Shawnee, guess what I've got
What
organised
do you
today?
got?
I've got my channel on that I do my gardening, homesteading stuff, which is
Yep,
Outback Tasmania.
yep,
I've got my a bunch of tree tops here. Like I got a heap of trees down in the backyard. See all these trees are surrounding this camera,
yep,
right? So I've got about 4 big trees laying down up the top corner of my yard here. So I'm still cutting them up. There's a lot of cutting to do up there, but all the tree tops that I sort of cut them up for kindling.
yep.
I'm going to run them today through the shredder or the mulcher, and
Awesome.
that's going to be my new video for today. It's going to go out, and I'm going to be check out gardening Jonesy today. It's going to be different. It's going to be chipper, definitely chipper.
And are you using that the stuff that you chip up? Are you going to use that for the garden, or are you going to use that for as part of your fire kindling?
No, it's going to be mulch. It's going to come out as mulch, and I'm going
Mulch.
to put it through the garden. We've had about a week of rain, so it is extremely wet
Mm,
most places, but the sun is now drying, and I can feel the warmth coming through I've got a new, I got a a light. You know the mirror photographers use with the reflector,
yes.
and they can reflect light. Well, I've got one of them reflecting the light out, so it's hitting
Oh,
the window.
right.
It's hitting the window and then keeping away from me, but you can see spots where it's coming through.
Yep. Yep.
See, look at that. Look at that. Right.
I
Normally
thought
that's yeah, that'd be glaring me. That'd be blinding me. You wouldn't even see me if I didn't have that on the window.
what's that song? Blinded by the Light.
Yes, blinded by the light. I don't know what the next word is. Red something.
I don't know either.
But anyway, yeah. Who was that? Man for Man? Or was it?
Correct.
Well, it's been very entertaining having Sean from the Down Under Cruises with me. There's been reading his thing there, Sean, the Down Under Cruises with Sean and Alana. Well, a shame Alana couldn't come, but
Oh, she's there. Can't you
oh,
see?
she's got wearing the cloak of invisibility.
That's correct.
Yes, she's well, she keeps jabbing you with that right hook. I wouldn't have her sit next to me either. Yeah, look at that.
And exactly. It's why I'm trying to mansplain a bit.
Yeah, and thanks everyone for coming in. Ace wrapped up like
Wrapped
a
up like. There you go, Ace.
and thank you for the show. Thank you, Shawnee, for everything you do.
Thank
I'll
you,
see.
Shawnee. Much appreciated.
I will see what you get up to later today. I'm assuming your watch hours must be at 3,000 by now. If not, you're going to be awfully, awfully close. And for everyone out in YouTube land, thanks for watching Radio Jonesy. And don't forget the network of Radio Jonesy. See, I've got a network now. You know, you've got the Cartoon Network.
Yep.
Well, I've got the Radio Jonesy network. So you've got
You've got about 755 million channels, so no freaking wonder.
yeah, but the ones that are really working for me, Radio Jonesy on tour. That's where you'll see all things that Radio Jonesy gets up to on the island of Tasmania and beyond. Radio Jonesy, which is at Radio Jonesy Talk. That's the channel you're on right now. We're oh, she's putting her numbers in. Look at that. Oh, she's almost there. She probably are there, but that's about 3 days or 4 days back. They give you the count. You're about 4 days behind in the numbers that they feed you. So good on you, Sean. Well, I could still catch you. Never know. I had 100,000 people watch this live. I'll overtake you. But yeah, Radio Jonesy Network. That's what I'm calling it. I'm going to do some sort of picture up the Jonesy Network. Yeah, Radio Jonesy on tour, Radio Jonesy Tasmania Island Life, and Outback Tasmania. They're the 4 channels that are really moving and grooving and shaking and doing all those things. So if you get a chance, a link will be in the description at the end of this video, which will go replayed very shortly. So what would you like to say, Sean, before we leave?
Before we leave, thank you very much for the support, folks. Please look at the Down Under Cruises. We've got some exciting stuff coming up. Getting you guys coming into the chat, and also helping hands for cruising. We're looking forward to getting as many people to sponsor us and join us to get people on board a cruise ship.
And thank you. And before we go, let's look at the leaderboard of the top fans. So on the Crowns, I don't even know how this works, but on the Crowns, Shawnee Groves is number 1. Back to Good comes second. Ace, you win a prize. You come third. The Moose was 4th. Devil Dog was 5th. Rhonda Brown was 6th. Henry, you were 7th. And then what we got? Aloe Vera Slog Vlog. You were 8th. 9th was Old Man King. And 10th, Planet Jonesy. We won't go to 11th. That would have been Belt Loop. And we won't do 12th was Grey Wolf. Debbie Ranch was at 13. Peaceful Death's 14. Geez, the list just goes on. Look at this. 15. Mushroom Mark. Mushroom Mark is the better half of Shawnee Groves. Or the other, I should say. Even the Drunken Chef comes 16th. And 17th, Best Blog. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, Sean. It's been a pleasure having you on on the live, mate. And
It's been an absolute pleasure to be with you, mate.
all right, well, I'm going to end this live until we meet again. This is Sean from the Down Under Cruisers, Radio
That's me.
Jonesy, and we're Outback Tasmania. Good night, everybody.
See you later.